Am I ready? I haven't been ready once. I haven't been ready in my whole life. Frick. Hi. Turn that down a little bit. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome, welcome. I know, poggers. We're back. We're back. You know that voice? Ah, it's a classic. It's like, hi, Alt. Lovely to see you, bud. Okay. Before anything else, I see a pretender. I said before anything else. I see a pretender. I see a bollicher. I see a squid. I see a pixie. I see a ghoulie. I see an alt. I see a van. Hi, welcome. How are we going? Crazy. You guys are crazy. Incredibly quick on the trigger. My goodness. Which of you is pretending? The one with the namesake. Yep. Actually, that's incredible. The idea of playing a mafia-style game like, oh no, which one of us is the werewolf? Do you know? Werewolf? Have you seen the werewolf? Don't see you. Turn the lights off. Only have 30 feet of dark vision in 60 feet away. True, but I also have blind sight. If I overlook that one. Yeah, do you know Big Bad Wolf? Yeah, exactly. Just standing there wearing a suit. Yeah. No. Might be seeing things. No. See? Right there. Surely referring to a much lesser, far more common a pretender. The mystery remains. Frick. I mean, I do love a good mystery. I do appreciate a good mystery. Keeps you on my toes. Everyone's so confident about knowing things. I'm the one brave soul to stand up from the crowd and declare, quite frankly, I know nothing. I'm confused at all times. How are we going? How was our weekend? Sorry for the not streaming on the Friday and the Monday. I was in transit at the time, but I had a good time. That was good. I was happy to see that my grandmother is equally not a party person, the same as myself. Because I saw her on Saturday and she looked miserable. Not like upset, but you could clearly tell that she was sulking the entire time. But then I saw her again on Sunday and she was chipper, she was talkative, she was like telling stories and getting like incredibly animated. No, it was fun to see. It was fun to see the dichotomy of the grandmother experience. Likes it better that way. Many flavors, all of them mysterious. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So if I were an ice cream shop, for example, all the flavors behind me up on the board would just be question marks. Oh, I like that. It's just laziness on my part. I can't be bothered actually writing out the names. So I just put mystery for everything. Worst part of becoming an all-knowing being. You can't watch Knives Out anymore. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. All the mystery is ruined. Destroyed. Steps into a room, has no clue where he is. Most ignorantly blissful man in the world. And proud. Let you re-roll before a shower. Oh. When you said re-roll, did you mean roll in the pit? Roll around in the pit? No, that's fair. Please don't volunteer in the show. No, I reckon pretend it's fine. An ice cream shop, you just sell pistachio ice cream because you have a lot of pistachios and need to get rid of. Well, isn't that's legit an idea though? Is like a leftovers shop or something where you just cook a whole bunch of food and then just whatever you have on hand that you need to get rid of, that's like the special. Well, wasn't that that was the case back in the day, wasn't it? Where the special in a restaurant was just the thing that they needed to get rid of from the day before. Or maybe that's a maybe that's a rumor that maybe doesn't have too much grounding. Pretend to have a complete replica of his bedroom in the pit. No, out of necessity, I'm sure. Please take my pistachios. A lot of people do that on Facebook Marketplace, the leftover shop. Not with food, surely. People aren't buying food from Facebook Marketplace. Surely not. Surely that's not a thing. with a Russian accent. Pretender have a complete replica of his room in the pit. Breviet, welcome to my room. Yeah, with food? What? Okay, sure. Who's buying food off? I suppose with like packaged food? Packaged food would be fine, but like cooked food, I don't know how to feel about like getting cooked food from Facebook Marketplace. That seems a bit weird. Seems a bit sus. Yeah, at least if I'm getting like a sealed packet of something, that's all right. Okay, I said at the end of last time that I wanted to go through and separate the layers a little bit more. So let's go through and do that, shall we? This bit of land here needs to be a wee bit darker. And by a wee bit, I mean a lot darker. Anything from trick-or-treating as a child, even packaged food isn't safe. People are spending their life savings on needles and expensive drugs to harm children. Oh no, for sure. Whenever I got the mystery show bag at the Royal Show, full of glass, actually, shards of glass. You'll not divide us. No, I will absolutely be separating these layers. I need to pull apart the sections a little bit more. Very funny meme. But yes, weekend was good. Caught up with a lot of family. I went to, not just family. I went to an improv show on Sunday. That was fun. That was very fun. It was an improv performance based on a TTRPG. Do not even judge me for going to a nerdy improv thing. It was fun. Don't judge me. Okay. It was based on a TTRPG called Honey Heist. Oh, it was fun. It was so much fun. Weren't supposed to sit on that. Actually wondering why that Yelp review was so dreadfully confusing. You just bought a watch for your mum. Oh, nice. Happy birthday. The mystery show bags, $50 for 2 balloons, a Snickers bar, and a colourful... it was so worth it, though. For the surprise. For the surprise of being disappointed. You spend more time deck building than actually playing the Pokemon TCG. That's half the fun. It's half the fun is building the deck, so I don't blame you. Good improv is a blast. Zero judgment. I don't know for sure, but it's the fact that it was an improv show based on an obscure tabletop roleplay game. It's like the combination of all those things is incredibly nerdy. But it was really fun. But your mum is happy now? Oh, good to hear. You'll silently judge? Oh, thank you for your consideration. I appreciate it. Just a random gift for future troubles you might get in. Very thoughtful of you. Incredibly thoughtful of you. But yes, based on Honey Heist. So the entire premise was that they were engaged in a heist, hence the name, for honey. Okay, now that I think about it, it's all in the title, isn't it? It's a heist for honey, but the twist is that the performers were bears. The performers' characters were bears. So they had to like perform the heist whilst trying to convince everybody in the casino that they were robbing that they were people. And it was good. It was really good. If you find that premise exciting, all of the good things. Sounds like so much fun. It was. That was incredibly fun. Incredibly funny. Time to start an improv show based on inside jokes within this specific stream. Redefine niche. True. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I feel like niche has lost all meaning. We need to really hammer it home. You should not be able to understand this unless you're in this social circle specifically. More than half for you, to be honest. Oh, well, there you go. Enjoying a hobby is a terrible thing. A terrible thing that a lot of people should do. So if you found a terrible way to enjoy a terrible hobby, excellent. Huh? What's up? What's up, Meepers? What's wrong? How you going, bud? Twist was crazy. Curtains unfolded, and it was just a koala with a gold hat and 2 brown bears wearing ties. Great twist. Would go again. Pretty similar. No, but no, it was good. It was good. They had like obviously they had like an improv wheel to spin behind. So like, as soon as they went to like do any sort of Mission Impossible style of thing as part of the heist, the wheel would be spun, and then an extra bit of added challenge would be included. Like, one of them had to perform a task while singing an opera, for example. No, it was a lot of fun. Really, really, really fun. Just joined something about bears. So went to an improv comedy bit on Sunday performance show. It was based on the TTRPG Honey Heist, and in that game, the characters are bears canonically, and they have to pretend that they're humans, because if they're found out to be bears, it would cause mass panic and it would escalate things. And it's a heist, so you don't want to escalate things. You want to keep things nice and smooth, James Bond style. Go in, get your honey, and get out of there. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. There was a roll to see if you were noticed as a bear dice, which was incredibly well utilized. No, it was good. It was good. Giant wheels make everything, but 100%. 100%. As soon as you got a giant wheel in the background, you have my attention immediately. Immediately glued. Become a bear non-canonically, like you're an unofficial bear. Don't have your license. Well, I mean, Fields keeps joking that I'm a bear, so I presume that would be unofficial, right? Because I'm not. Right? I don't think it's a license thing. I think it's a literal thing. Sounds stressful to play. No, it was good. It was good. The performers, the improv performers, did a really, really, really good job. One of them killed a security guard about halfway through and just had his intercom with them. They didn't tell the person GMing for them that they'd taken the intercom, but every time the GM would be like, send a call through to the guards, like, let them know that bears are escaping. And then that one performer would like reach into their pocket, grab out the walkie-talkie, and be like, okay. It was great. It was fantastic. On your learners right now, 53 more hours enough to become a bear and get your PC. Yeah, no, fair. It's a big commitment. I'm happy to hear that you're already, 53 hours in? Oh, 53 more hours. Right, okay. Well, depending on which state you're in, that could mean that you're, 47 hours in? Or in some unfortunate cases, like... $60 or something. Done your night bear hours there. Yep. Are you going for a manual bear license or an automatic bear license? Obviously, automatic would be you just turn up and everybody just kind of assumes you're a bear, whereas a manual license is for when you go through the effort of actually dressing up as a bear. Obviously, I don't feel as though I needed to explain that, but just in case. Automatic bear sounds like a transformer. Heck yeah. Auto bears, transform and growl out. Auto bears engage. There was that. An automatic. You just want the perks of being a bear for how it looks on your resume. You're not looking to change your wardrobe. No, that's fair. That's fair. And I mean, who has the time to drive around as a bear nowadays? You know, a lot of people use like public bear systems and services. It's honestly good to have a bear license, just in case, you know, just in case you find yourself in a situation where you really could be a bear, you know. Lock on complete, firing porridge, stealing picnic basket. Perks of bear, large. Yeah, no, incredibly large perks. Agreed. You bear pull to work? No, it's just convenient, you know? We're entering a modern era where being a bear isn't quite as much of a necessity, you know? And then especially depending on what city you live in. Some cities are incredibly bearable. Stupid. Other things with this weekend. Right, I had 3 pizzas. I had 3 pizzas across the weekend. I solemnly swear on my heart of hearts, true soul, that I did consume 3 pizzas across Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was, decisions were made. I'm lactose intolerant as well. Just got to throw that out there. Not relevant, but it's a thing. It's a thing to consider. Hi, Minnow. Hi, Fire. How you going? How you going? I didn't die, Fire. I didn't die. I stayed alive just as I promised. It says, spent a considerable amount of time as a bear. Can you elaborate? No, I swears. I wasn't being a bear in a no bear zone. You try and bear around, you always have to hibernate for hours afterwards because you're so tired. Don't want the hassle. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Made it to where I went, ooh, token of what? Didn't die and alive and well. Oh, thank you. No, I'm glad I'm not dead too. Keeping my promise? Absolutely. I wouldn't break it for the world. Don't get too grizzly with the puns. Oh, Meepers. Sharp as attack today. You understand the lactose life too well? Well, clearly I don't, because I had 3 pizzas across the weekend. So in my defense, it was... speaking of comedy, it was escalation. So on the Friday night, we arrived at like 12 midnight something. No, that's not true. We arrived at like 5 p.m. But then we didn't get into the hotel until like 8 or 9 p.m. I can't remember what it was. So it was just absolutely plastered. No, absolutely sloshed by the time that implies that I'm drunk. Absolutely exhausted by the time that we actually got in. So we just grabbed something nearby. That something nearby just so happened to be Domino's. Domino's Pizza, famous for being the best pizza ever, really. My mum was like, oh, let's grab Domino's. It's right here. You know, let's grab. They've been pretty good. I went to a Domino's in like another town and their pizza was really good. So I'll get another Domino's pizza this time. I went, sure, okay. What do you want? She goes, I want a large pizza. I looked at her and I went, will that be enough? And she looks at me strangely. I was like, yeah, no, between myself and your sister, a large pizza should be fine. It's a large pizza. You know, how small could a large pizza be? Turns out Domino's pizzas are incredibly small, even the large ones. Yes. So she gets this piffly little thing and then looks at me sideways, and my immediate response to her is a big shrug because I kind of warned her, but it is what it is. So that was my pizza on Friday. On Saturday, I was looking for redemption. I was hungry for justice and pizza. So when we all caught up, like all of the siblings, all of us, quite a few siblings in my particular family, for a movie. Watched Moana 2 for the first time because we were with little nephews, so we had to watch something appropriate. Moana 2. I brought up, hey, let's get redemption pizza. Everybody turns to me and goes, what's redemption pizza? I explain the story. We get redemption pizza. Redemption pizza is okay. It's all right. Like, it's a decent pizza. It's fine. It had some interesting flavors. All good. Had a good time. What I didn't know was that before going to the improv night on the Sunday, everybody in the group chat had already agreed to go to an Italian restaurant. You can see where this is going. I looked at everybody at the table and I went, please don't judge me. I'm ordering a third pizza. In my defense, I don't regret it. I don't regret it one iota because that third pizza was delicious. It was the best of the three by a landslide, and I would do it again. I'm not crazy. You are. Frick you. I don't regret it for the world. You post it in general? Oh, I'll give it a look in a second. So this is a no bear zone. Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's tough, especially when you're new to a bear license. Recognizing where the bear and no bear zones are, it's tough. You might be cooking. Ooh, what are you cooking? As in cooking, or you are cooking up a new Pokemon TCG deck? Hence, cooking. Explain the bear part of your resume. Me, rah. Yeah, exactly. Didn't invite you to Domino's. Sorry. No, it was late. It was late on the Friday. I couldn't have possibly. Is the best pizza ever, but only when it's not. Only when it's hot. I don't know. That Sunday pizza definitely was. It was killer. The Sunday pizza was killer. I would take that in a heartbeat. It's great, but you keep chipping your teeth on the little plastic. No, it's Domino's pizza, not Domino pizzas. For real, you were frightened, scared even? Doesn't want to? Yeah, I know, right? Disney's been doing more of the sequel business lately. Speaking of no bear zones, know how like nature reserves exist and all that? I think there is a anti-nature reserves. Yeah, where I live. I scorch anything that comes within like the coned off area that I've got. Just outside my bedroom, yeah. It tastes so different when it's cold. Yeah. The portion sizes are a little bit measly, a little bit on the measly side. And I don't love their bases. And Italian food sucks. The only edible Italian food is garlic bread. That is a hot take. I don't agree with that at all. Could have gotten some pasta in the third restaurant. I could have. Kessa? No, I could have. And that would have been the wise thing to do. The wise Mahali is the Mahali who gets the pasta on the third day. I'm not that Mahali, though. Pepperoni pizza for the... No, it was what was it? Ham, artichoke, olive, mushroom, onion, tomato base with cheese. No, it was delicious. Delicious pizza. Yeah, no nature allowed. Pasta's delicious. It depends on when you get it, obviously, but no, pasta's delicious. Don't forget that like ramen is a type of pasta. It's pretty good. Spaghetti bolognese, really good. Linguine, oh, tortellini, oh, great. Delish. Actually, on the opposite end, you usually can't finish anything from Domino's. Really? As in, you can't finish anything from Domino's, as in it's too filling. Interesting. No, I don't tend to find that to be the case at all. But don't forget, we're in different countries, right? So standards might be a little bit different as to what you get from them. Ramen is covered in chicken flavoring. Spaghetti sucks. Linguine sucks. Alfredo sucks. Pizza's reloads. Yeah. How dare. No, that's fair. No, that's fair enough. Everybody can have their opinion. I'm not a strong proponent of like, let's engage in the arena of ideas until we get to like the truth of the matter. Because honestly, most of the time, the truth is quite subjective. So in your case, the truth is pizza sucks. I disagree. That's not my truth, but that's fine. Everybody has different truths, you know? Pizza's just pasta in another form. Is it though? It's a carb. I'll agree with that much. I don't think I can agree with. I don't think I can agree with it being inherently pasta. Oh, let's have a look at the diagram from Minnow. Sorry, Minnow. Sorry. Give me a sec. Old time, doom. New time, doom. Sydney solar time. Doom. The time as given by a sundial in Sydney will continue to stream at the same solar time, means streams will happen at the same time of the day by the position of the sun in the sky. Yeah. No, that's exactly it. That's exactly, yeah. 100%. In theory, my schedule down the bottom below stream should up to ads. Brick. Yeah, okay. You know, I'll wait. Don't know why you said all like steamed pork buns aren't Chinese. Wait, what was that sentence? Don't know why you said all like steamed pork buns aren't Chinese. If you're going out to eat, you're going to eat steamed pork buns or Chinese. Don't know why you said or. Like, yeah, okay, no, that makes sense. No, reading comprehension. The previous sentence was the key to the riddle. No, you're all good. That's on me. Spaghetti and pizza, basically the same. Yeah, okay, no, that's fair enough. You can hold that opinion. It might be incorrect. I might not agree with it, but it is yours, and that makes it special. Small is 10 inch, medium is 12, large is 14, extra large is 16. No, we don't have all of that choice that you're describing, Liz. See, here's the problem. We've got a large pizza, which is about the size of, like, slightly larger than a bread and butter plate. Then we've got family size, which is larger than a dinner plate. Those are the two sizes that we have at our Domino's. Time Zone Magic, Billy posted, works wonders for you. Yep. That's what I was going to say is the schedule below stream should automatically update with the time zone switch up. But if it doesn't, I can always pin a time zone thing in the Discord. I might do that anyway. I'll pin a schedule in the Discord under, I don't know, announcements or something. Stream live? Yeah, we'll do that. Something like that. You'll be able to check that if you need to. Little goblin voice. Solve my steam pork bun English riddle. You may cross the bridge. Thank you. Thank you, steam pork bun goblin. I appreciate the test of my mettle. I feel like a stronger, more gallant adventurer for it. It's yours, and that makes it special. So just say, no, it's fine. It's fine. I said what I meant, and I didn't mean it in a way that should belittle you. It's fine. If I say it's not an insult, then it means it's not an insult. You were in fact not cooking. Deck didn't work out. So it was deck building that we were talking about. Yeah, no, fair. Apologies that the Great British Bake Off did not pan out. When you can just at me until I respond and tell you. No, that's relatively fair, given that stream schedule has been kind of all over the place recently with how busy I've been. So I do not blame you. I should have it down in the next week after this coming weekend. A lot of my commitments evaporate, so I'll have a lot more time on my hands to be able to restabilize. Lying liar that lies should feel ashamed. How dare. Bahali, the lying liar who lies. That's me. That's my title. You've got Sir Gallant the Brave, or whatever it is. Sir Lancelot, the stabs. Then you've got Mahali, the liar who lies. Actually, isn't that straight out of... was it the Steve Martin Pink Panther movie? Yuri the Trainer Who Trains. Yes, it was. It was. I knew I smelled a reference. Maybe unintended reference, but a reference nonetheless. Or your commitment's evaporated. Really be funny to tell your insurance to get a payout. Yeah, no, true. Just poof, my house was gone. Just like that. Can I get a recoup on, on the property, please? No, I'd really appreciate it. Cancelled your Xbox Game Pass 2 months ago, and Xbox decided to double the cost to entice you back. That's hilarious. Sorry, Stewie. Sorry. You know what? I'll cancel my Game Pass, and that'll incentivize them to make it cheaper. Win me back as a customer. They doubled it in price. Sounds like a Monty Python Holy Grail. Yeah, very similar sense of humor, sense of comedy. Sir Gallant, Sir Lancelot is the Brave. Is it? Is it Sir Lancelot the Brave? I thought it was Sir Gallant the Brave. Because that was a Monty Python. That was a Monty Python bit. Was Sir Gallant was the one with the chicken on his shield, and he was afraid of everything. Thank you, Billy. And oh my god. Oh, dearie dear. Unfortunately, the cupboard with which you both rolled out of in order to get into the tavern, you've rolled directly into the pit. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Also have pasta, wings, boneless and not, choco lava cakes, marble brownies, bread bites, sandwiches, prepackaged salads. The heck? That's not a Domino's. That's like a Coles or a Woolworths at that point. Probably forgetting something. How dare? No, that's ridiculous. Sir Gallant the Pure, was it? Was it Sir Gallant the Pure? Yeah, okay. No, if you say so, it makes sense. Like I remember Lancelot being like the gung ho one, so it does make sense. You didn't get murdered? I'm incredibly happy for you. I'm so glad that you didn't get murdered. Three is pretty accurate to how you're feeling after the night. No, you must be wrecked. No, rest up. Rest up. KO does the opposite. Cancel it, and then 3 weeks later, they offer you 3 months half price. That happened to you the last 3 times you cancelled the service. Incredible. That happened with Adobe, actually. I went to cancel my Adobe account because I don't need it anymore. Because I'm using Clip Studio Paint. And they were like, please, sir, we will give you 3 months for free. I went, no, thank you. I'm finished with your service, actually. Well, what about a custom plan? We can get you a custom plan. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good, actually. I'm good to cancel my service with you. Thank you very much. Maybe it's the plan that's up to no good. Maybe it's just the wrong plan. We go with a different plan. No. Adobe, I've thought about it long and hard. I wish to cancel my services with you. That's all right. It's all good. We've set you up with a different plan. No, thank you. It was awful. It was awful. And then cherry on top was they were like, yeah, no, there's like $100 of cancellation fee on the end as well. There you go. Boom. A gift. A gift from us to you. Thanks, Adobe. I hate it. On the bus now. Plan is food, then sleep. Sounds like a good plan. Solid plan. Flawless plan. Trying to build that damn fish. Your Domino's is awesome. Totally biased, though. Hella expensive. Though they're hella expensive. That might be the difference. Domino's is known as like really cheap fast food here. Not super cheap. But I wouldn't consider it to be like expensive fast food, no. Okay, so we've darkened some of the things in the middle ground. Let's push that part back. Let's shift this lighter. Pizza Haven all the way. Pizza Haven? Is it? Did this Pizza Haven perhaps go the way of the Dodos? Because I am not familiar with that name at all. You don't really like pizza in general? I'm not as hype on it as maybe getting 3 pizzas in a weekend would imply that I would be. I'm a fan of really good pizza. Average pizza kind of annoys me a little bit. So when I'm on the prowl, if I've had average pizza, I will be actively looking for good pizza to like reset, you know? Pizza Haven is as dead as Destiny's. Oh my god. Rest in pepperoni's Pizza Haven. All the way down. Work at Domino's. The only reason you can afford eating there all the time is the employee discount. Fair. Spelled it wrong? That's fine. You could. No need to beat yourself up. You could. But that was my weekend. So 3 pizzas, improv comedy, grandmother's birthday. I had a good time. Had a really good time. What was everyone else up to whilst I was suffering from lactose intolerance? How'd we go? Did we have a good weekend? Ever made a pizza at home? Yeah, a couple of times with family. Not really by myself. Like, it's not the kind of thing where I'd be motivated to make a pizza by myself. I am keen to bake cookies at home for the first time. I'm going to try and get that done, not this week, next week, after the PAX weekend. That will be the goal. Hi, Paradox. Hi. Welcome. How you going? How good is improv? Watch improv on YouTube. It's pretty funny what they come up with. Yeah, so don't laugh, Stewie. I mean, no, it's improv. Laugh, Stewie. I went to an incredibly nerdy tabletop roleplay improv comedy set. So they played a game called Honey Heist, where they had to pretend to be bears pretending to be people, to get away with a heist on a honey themed casino. No, it was really fun. It was really fun. Incredibly unique as well. Like, it's not the kind of thing that you'd find on YouTube, I don't think. Doing some extra drawings in addition to Drawtober. Nice. Make sure to pace yourself though. Don't burn yourself out. It was fun. Never the Domino's way though. Don't have that boogie of an oven. Yeah. Yep. That tends to be what I find, is that it's not as nice as just like a really good pizza place, you know. Hi, Logical. Hi. Welcome. How you going? We're just chatting about pizza at the moment. How are you? How was stream? You're back? Got home? Making some noodles? Welcome home. Dropping a 20 like it's nothing. Hi, Shampoo. You had pizza tonight too? Nice. What kind? I was just saying that while I was away visiting family this past weekend, I had 3 pizzas across the weekend. Not intentionally. I didn't go into it with the plan of I'm going to have 3 pizzas. It just so happened to end up that way. And by the 3rd and final pizza, I was truly satisfied because it was a really good one. Previous 2 were okay. 3rd one was killer though. Incredible. Does this mean you take a limo into the pit? If that's where you want to go, I reckon with a 20 you can go wherever you'd like. We've been chatting about how the tavern functionally works, by the way. So, before that, by the way, before I get lost in the sauce, Logical, if you've got any work that you'd like to share, please do. It can either be what you've been working on recently or something that you've done in the past. Either works. Directly into the Twitch chat or the Discord. Again, either works. I hope you had a good stream, by the way. I saw that you were streaming art. Love to see what you're working on. Yours was stuffed crust with pepperoni. Sounds good. Sounds amazing. Like America's pizza slice or pizza size or slices? No. Like whole round pizza. I say whole round pizzas. The Domino's pizza was like this big. It was teeny tiny. Second pizza, I had slices of whilst watching a movie with a bunch of family. Third and final pizza was the boss, and I ate the whole thing with a smile upon my face the entire time. I ain't no coward. I'll eat a whole pizza. Twitched for a sizable amount of time. Did you miss anything? Or I did say to pace yourself. Like don't burn out on drawing. But if you're having fun, I'm glad. I'm glad that you've got a lot of drawings going. Friend says 3 pizzas, and they have eaten enough pizza for a kid's birthday party. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Had pizza last night for dinner. Hey, there we are. It's on the wind. It's on the wind. To anyone new who's coming in with the raid, by the way, hi, Abahali. Nice to meet you. I'm a fantasy illustrator. I do characters, portraits, scenes, creatures, the whole shebang. If you like this sort of thing, you might like my stuff. Happy to have you. New York pizzas are the size of a tractor tires, aren't they? They're pretty big. Deep dish Chicago style pizzas apparently are massive as well. What a tractor tire is, but your slice was 13 inch. 13 inches is quite large. No, I don't think I had. I believe mine was like 11 or 12 inches. I don't think it was 13. That's quite sizable. Domino's has New York style pizza, not as big as that thing. Yeah. Ever had Chicago style deep dish? Basically a pizza cake. That's what I've heard. I think that gives my answer away a little bit. I haven't had one myself. Yeah, but yeah, no stress. Do what you gotta do. Came to say hi. Need to finish drawing goblins and fish. Yeah, no stress, no stress. Go. You've got work before the con. No. Get out of here. Go. Thank you for stopping by. No, I really appreciate it. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's great. I can imagine. I've never had the pleasure. People just don't casually do Chicago deep dish here is the thing. I think I'd have to go to a specialized place. Post in Discord. Oh, yes, please. Got to design a goblin cider. Ooh, what flavor you reckon? Moon is from today's stream, and the other is a large recent piece. You did find the local art center. Ooh, yes. Oh my god, it's Zero. It's Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes. Oh, that's sick. That's so good. Unless it's just heavily inspired by Zero. That's cool too. But I immediately noticed. I immediately recognized that. That's sick. That's awesome. I love a good blood moon as well. Really cool. Really cool. That's sick. Oh, good job. So that was from stream, and then you said that you fired these other ones. Oh, you did this one back in the studio. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Like a nebula scape. That's really cool. It's absolutely okay. All good. I was prepared to do a wink and a nudge if need be, but no. But that's awesome. This is so sick. The nebula. Ah, that's so good. I'm super boring whenever I have to do like space anything. I lose all of this color. I'm so jealous. Yeah, you've injected everything. You've just gone like completely pedal to the floor. No, this is sick. This is awesome. That's so good. How big is it like 1.5 meters? It's a little bit difficult to tell size. Looks really cool though. Books in the background, but I can't tell like how far away this is from there. Yeah. Not that size matters, but like I'd be curious to know how large it is. Looks amazing, right? The Nebula one is more what you normally do. Fair. No, it shows. It really, really, really well done. Really, really, really well done. You don't know. Suggestions for Goblin Soda? My obvious go-to for Goblin Soda would be a potato flavor, but that's me. I'm a little bit biased. I'm a little bit biased to local produce. Thinking of designing some kind of spooky horse riding character since it's spooky month. Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, like a headless horseman style. Yeah, no, that works. That works. Size of the Nebula one is 45 centimeters by 60 centimeters. Okay, okay. Barum. Yeah, no, that's sizable. That's really cool. Yeah, no, cool. That's awesome. Potato. Potato. Like that. It's the mutated form of a potato that grows in the pit. Or 18-inch by 24-inch, if you like freedom units. I do not appreciate freedom units, but that's just me. That's just me. Inspired because you recently saw an edit of Berserk and Skull Knight was a part of it, so you want to design a character similar to him. Oh, yeah, sick. That sounds awesome. Actually, that's an excellent reminder, by the way. Thank you for reminding me for the drawing prompt this month. I haven't actually said it on stream yet, I think. First of all, congratulations to everybody who took part in Sept Armory last month. You will find that you've got a little VIP badge next to your name. Congratulations. The prompt for this month is Pittober. Anything to do with the pit. Literally anything to do with the pit, and the Goblin King is happy. So if you've got any ideas, any concepts to do with this place here, that's the prompt for this month. You can find all the details in the monthly art fair section at the bottom of the Discord. Easy. You say potato, I say tomato. Swings and roundabouts. Commissioned Logical to paint the pillars of creation for your husband. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Oh, that's awesome. I would love to see, but no pressure. If it's a private commission, I'll keep my boundaries. I'll keep boundaries in place. But if you can share, I would love to see. That's really cool. By pillars of creation, I like the celestial structure. Yes. I'm not too familiar with the terminology, but I am familiar with like some of the shapes. Selling these cups. Sure, want to recommend potato. It's my hesitant recommendation. You may take it or leave it. The power is in your hands at this point. Why was your AI submission rejected again? Sorry, Stewie. Human creativity only. I appreciate the thought, but Pittober is hard. It's one of those things where we've been having little discussions about things like the pit for a while. So if you haven't been involved in those discussions, it does make it a little bit tough, and that's my apologies. My apologies on that. Working on something in the Discord as we speak that will make it a little bit easier to stay on top of like how the lore is transforming and stuff. You'll make a sign inspired by my... Thank you. Thank you for your consideration. I appreciate it. Just spitting truth and facts that just seem to align. Posted the Pillars of Creation painting. Yes, please. Yes, this one. No, this is awesome. This is awesome. So good. So good. I should do this kind of stuff more, because it's like, it's sparkly magic stars and it's clouds. It's like two things that I'm so freaking jealous. No, this is awesome. This is sick. This is so good. My my vocabulary collapses as soon as I see something that I like. I'm sorry. I just keep using the same words over and over and over. But it is inspirational. It is captivating. There we go. There are some other words that I've thrown into the mix there, so I don't sound too stale. So cool. Really, really, really cool. I love it. I love the color. I lose any sense of color as soon as it goes into outer space. It immediately just becomes like grey. So I love the fact that you've maintained such vibrancy. It's so good. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. I know it can be a little bit weird when it's like when it's commission work, so I appreciate you sending it through. You'll design one for the pit and then like a generic forest flavor to sell. Yeah, fair. You really got to go buy shampoo. Good luck. You got this. You love color, so you really strive for that vibrancy. Knocked it out of the park. Husband was stoked to get it. Yes. No, it's amazing when like an art present really hits, because not only is it, you know, a thing that they like, but it also feels really thoughtful. So no, that's awesome to hear that your husband loved it. That's sick. That's awesome. But yes, Pittober this month. If you have any questions to do with the pit, like where is it, what does it look like, who lives in the pit, what goes on in the pit, both myself and members of the tavern, I'm sure, will be more than happy to chat for hours about it. So yeah, if you request more details will come. Is that bright enough? Does that separate it enough? Maybe a little bit brighter. Found a new energy drink today that has no caffeine in it, and the energy comes from mushrooms. Oh, so you're telling me you found a potion? No, that's awesome. No caffeine, and it comes from mushrooms. No, that's something straight out of fantasy. That's amazing. You need to finish your pit, Gundy? Heck yeah. No, Dust will be absolutely thrilled when he when he sees Pit Gundy. Okay, and if I'm brightening up that much, I should do the same for behind the rock structure as well. There we go. That's kind of the degrees of separation that I'm wanting. This tree also should be darker somewhat. I do have another thing to announce that I should announce after ads, by the way. I'll wait for ads to go through just so I don't have people stuck behind a wall of deodorant, military, cereal, confectionery ads. I think it's the full selection that we've had so far. Roll before going to class. Good luck. Oh no. Well and truly in the pit, Pretender, and I don't think there's any getting out of it today. That's tough. That's tough. Sometimes life is just in the pit, you know? That's just how it be. You're already in the pit? And you've committed at this point, yeah. Part of you hopes you don't like this new energy drink, because if you love it, won't be able to get it again after, since you are on vacation right now. Oh no! I mean, you could always order it, but that would be expensive as all heck. By 2Ks. True. Yeah, no, that works. Yeah, just buy it in bulk. Take up all of your luggage with energy drinks. It's $5 per... Sorry, let me wait until you're back. $5 per can. The heck? That's so much. Okay, now because this is water at the top of these waterfalls. I know, revolutionary concept, water at the top of waterfalls. You can sue me. We're gonna have a lot of reflected light bumping up on top. Almost like a glowy aura thing on top. Welcome back. Able to get again after you leave on vacation. Yes. $5 per can is insanity. $5 per can is insanity. That's ridiculous. I don't know how to feel about that. Because you're right, like, if it's really good, frick. Not bad. And 11 is definitely better than a 1. 11 is definitely better than 1. There you go. You've managed to crawl your way out before class. Congratulations. Enjoy. Good luck. You got this. It's called Melting Forest. Of course it is. Of course it is. No, I would be upset if it wasn't called Melting Forest. I'm glad that it is. That sounds like the most, regardless of whether or not it's true, it sounds like the most like BS product of all time. Yes, no, have you tried Melting Forest? The new craze. Unknown potato art. We were just talking about potatoes earlier. Hi, welcome. Welcome to the Tavern. How you going? How's your day been? Okay, if we're doing sort of glowy aurora stuff, we should probably go through and do it for everything. Going great? How about me? Yeah, I'm doing good. I just got back home because I was away for the weekend visiting family back in the home state. My grandmother had her 90th on Saturday, so I absolutely had to go visit. But it's good to be back. It's really, really good to be back. I missed Friday's stream and Monday's stream, and I felt it. I felt it in my bones. It's gorgeous, but stop. Thank you. No, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I do all the things. So like scenes and characters and portraits and creatures and all that jazz. It's my bread and butter. Thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate it. What are you up to? If you don't mind me asking. Shoop. We need a bit of glow going over here. You're officially home. Pit Gandhi, bless past you for preparing food. Yes. No, I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear that dust of the past was well prepared. You love to hear that. Mahali of the past very rarely is, so I'm a little jealous. A wee bit jealous. Bit of glow on there. Bit of glow on here. Just chilling. Thinking about doing some drawing while watching this stream. Nice. I have said it in the past, but I'll say it again. One of the best feelings for me is hearing people are being creative whilst watching. No, it's... I don't know. It fills me with warm and fuzzies. Do you hate it when you're trying to draw your favorite character in your style and the original artist has a unique style and also hasn't drawn a profile drawing of that guy? Don't know what his nose shape would even be. Right, when you say profile, you mean side profile. Like you don't have a sense of what the nose shape from the side would be. Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, wonderfully enough, as an artist, you get to kind of just choose, given the opportunity, you know? This is your time to shine. Enter the chrysalis of creativity and emerge a beautiful nose butterfly. Okay, maybe it doesn't work too well, but you get what I mean. Trees? Wait, what? Why is that? Why is all this trees? That's not trees. Frick. It's fine. I will, with a frown on my face, accept the fact that that's on a tree layer for some reason. Time to create the nose of your dreams. Exactly. The world is your noister. The world is an oyster that is also a nose. You can take that advice to the bank. Anyone wants to see a whimsical and yet horrific short animation, The Dummy by Demi. Oh, it's very good. Ooh, okay, I'll add it to my recommendations. Stream notes. Jack it over here. Watch The Dummy. By Demi. Okay, by Demi. Easy done. Add it to the notes. It's locked in. I probably won't be able to get to it in the next couple of weeks, just because the next couple of weeks are hectic. Hectic as all heck, but as soon as I do get an opportunity to. Watch the Dummy is also the name of your autobiography. How dare you imply that I'm a dummy? I won't stand for this. I'll sit here like the coward that I am. Grr, I shake my fist at you. It's buried in the YouTube stuff, but the YouTuber has the I in it, so Demi is the YouTuber name, includes the comma, and the exclamation mark. Demi-O. Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I thought you were just making an exclamation. Demi-O with the comma, O, exclamation mark, added, locked in. We're in. A gentle reminder, you don't need to take it. Just spotting it in case people haven't seen that it's up. There is a quest that is currently available if you are looking to complete a quest. I've done my due diligence. I've pointed it out. I can now rest easy with a smile in my heart and a song in my soul. Sent pics from last night when you made your sushi sandwiches. They have like a million names, so you pick the silliest one. That's still good now. Oh, let's have a look. Ooh. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, no, these are sushi sandwiches. I don't know what I thought I would see. It wasn't this, but I don't know what I was thinking. So it makes sense. That's amazing. So omelette, lettuce, rice, tuna. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd eat that. Looks interesting for sure. No. Kessa, you're allowed to say that. You're allowed to say that you wouldn't eat it. It's allowed. You're allowed to. It looks delicious. Fair enough. It's one of those menu items where I'd see it, I'd be confused. I'd ask them what it looked like. They'd show me a picture or like somebody else who'd ordered it somewhere in the restaurant or something. And I would tentatively give it a go, I think. Salmon and mayo for the first. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. I'm so used to tuna being the one that's like mushed up like that. I kind of forget sometimes that you can technically make other things into fish paste. Glow. Let's make a glow layer, shall we? So we can just kind of chuck it on whenever. Chuck it on wherever. How does egg mix with rice? Always afraid of trying it. Egg with rice is fun. Egg with rice is fun. It's if anything, that combination is a staple in Japanese cuisine. Like omu rice is a thing. It's an omelette with rice on the inside. You can totally do it. Mileage may vary, of course. Like scrambled eggs in stir fry. Yeah, no, that works too. That works too. Yeah, like a fried rice will usually have like little bits of omelette in it. Yeah, for sure. I just kind of assumed that everybody had eggs with everything. But then Squid let me know that he's never had just like dedicated eggs before, which it was shocking to my brain. I couldn't quite comprehend the words. So yes, no, it's definitely a subjective experience where I'm used to lots of eggs. Some people might not be. I'm reminded of that every day. Okay, jump down to this layer, and we're going to add a little bit of an underglow, just to kind of imply that the water is more luminous than the area that has no water, I guess. The sky. An idea that I've been sitting on for this one is I'm keen to try this. I'll see if I can illustrate it. Water pattern glow. I'm curious to see if I can implement this business. Oh god, it's already off to a rough start. Maybe you won't understand what I'm... Frick. You know the wibbly wobbly lines when you've got like a dark room with like an indoor pool or something that you see in the movies, like in the James Bond movies, where they're just like these wibbly wobbly water patterns on everything? I want to try doing that on like some of the areas that are next to water. Would be really cool. You enjoyed the last challenge? Or give it a go. Okay. Billy, you've pulled the parchment from the dagger. You unfurl it. You bring it up before you. And you read aloud. The Lord of Dance is wanting a hedge star. Really? That's almost exactly the same as the one that Squid. There are so many options. Lord of Dance, you know what? I'm going to refund that one. And let's go with another. Because that's awful. That's awful that probability sucks. Let's go with another. Billy, give it another go. Need to add a paper rip sound. Had once bad food poisoning and thought it was the eggs, so you avoided them like the plague. But since the KFC scandal with spoiled meat, you think the poisoning was actually from the KFC? Yeah. Yep. Okay, Billy. You rip the parchment from the dagger and you unfurl it and read aloud. There we go. Something a little bit different. The guy who keeps talking about Brink's core is wanting the most magical tree you can find. Make it teeny tiny, no cheating. Still add detail. Temptation was strong to try, and still the denial. You were waiting for someone to to swoop in. The poetic justice of it being dust as well. Let me know. Let me know. Keep me posted. Actually, you know what? Just realized technically have one you still need to do. You do. You still have one in the works. Water reflection lines. Let's grab a Purifile, new Tavern, perfect. Grab our references. We want these wibbly wobbly lines. These wibbly wobbly lines. Sign you up. Teeny tiny tree sounds fine. Okay. Any particular canvas size? No, it just has to be describable as teeny tiny. How you achieve that is entirely up to you. Whether you want it to be a teeny tiny canvas with a teeny tiny tree, or you want it to make it look even more teeny tiny by like big canvas tiny tree, entirely up to you. What kind of what kind of time frame do you want to be set to for this one? Within a week is fine. Okay, easy done. Within a week, the guy who keeps talking about Brink's Court is expecting a magical tree. Billy's locked in. Excellent. Oh, he's going to be so pleased. He's probably going to say that, like, it's magical because of the core, but... Jury's still out on that one. It can't always be the core, guy. Just because the core is magical doesn't mean that it influences everything. Sometimes it's just magic exists, you know? Back to work. Enjoy, enjoy. Chat with you soon, bud. Hmm, 2 seconds. Oh, okay. Now that we're back from ads, I forgot that I was going to say something. I should mention, I've mentioned in passing previously, but I should actually outright say it. I'm going to be going to PAX Australia this year. It's going to be this weekend. If you want to, like, catch up in the convention hall while we're there, let me know, and I'll set aside a bit of time on the weekend. No stress one way or the other, but I am floating it as an option. Okay, wibbly, wobbly, water lines. We can do this. We've done more difficult in the past, and I'm sure more difficult challenges will present themselves in the future. But right now, my white whale is the wibbly wobbly lines. It's not true, though. Absolutely not true. My current white whale, my current skill that I'm trying to strengthen is perspective. I've been working a ton on perspective. And it's paying off. It's been good. There have been a few images that I've done where I've done up a little grid and it's immediately paid off. Like, oh my god, it's so good. It still needs plenty of work, though. Why did you decide to draw his face in the worst, most difficult angle? Now we're talking. This sounds like me. Two things can help if you're struggling with the angle of the face. One, you can do up a little mock-up dummy head using either it's Loomis, I think, the Loomis heads. It doesn't need to necessarily be a Loomis head. Just like however you draw heads as like a little mannequin head, draw that on the angle that you're wanting. So get the structure right. Then the next thing is you can try and emulate that angle yourself with your own head. Take a photo. And then use those two as visual references. You don't need to have it be so clean. It doesn't need to necessarily be super duper accurate to the angle. But if you're struggling with certain elements and you want reference to be able to clean it up, you'll have those two things. Did the dummy head, the mouth and hairline are the issues? Okay. Well, then the next thing to do would be... So if you've got the dummy head, Zoop. 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 Like this or whatever, however you've built it. What you can do is where you have the eye line, you draw a perpendicular line down the middle, and then your hairline you want to be parallel with the eye line, mouth line parallel with the eye line, nose line parallel with the eye line, and then whatever changes that you want to do can be in reference to that. So if you want them to have a wonky hairline, you start with that reference parallel line to the eye line, and then you can shift it from there. But I'd start with the markers first. Your parents are asleep in the next bit over, so you can't take a photo. It's too loud. Yeah, fair. Does your phone make a ka-chink noise, even if you've got it on silence? Yes? Oh, that's rude. Well, there goes my advice. That's my recommendation when you get the opportunity. So if you have to wait until tomorrow to take the reference photo, it might be better to do that. So yeah, the idea will be to have the little watery marks on this platform, a little bit of this log, this platform, maybe a little bit on this platform as well. Just to give more of that sense. And then I can kind of allude to it in the background there, but I don't want to add too much detail to background elements just because it'll pop it forward in a way that I don't want. But yeah, just to kind of give the environment a feeling of ambience. I want things to be able to interact with each other, right? And light tends to be the best way to go about that. Once I've done up the little fractal reflections, I can go back to designing the tavern at the top of the hill, actually. Should probably do that next. Think about the colorized sketch you drew of Tall Tale. No, it was good. It was good. Reminded me of some of the background art from Gravity Falls. that kind of show. That was awesome. I hope that similarly I can nail a colorized version when I get around to it. After I've done all the planning. I'm curious to see all the planning pay out. I mean, it already has, in the sense that I'm really happy with the cliff angles and stuff. But I'll be curious to see how much of a difference it makes to do all this planning ahead of time. Ads, yeah. I'll read when everyone's back. Reminds me of Gravity Falls. Yeah, the background art. I recommend that you look at Gravity Falls background illustrations. They give like a very similar vibe. Welcome back. Welcome back. Know of the meme where someone is being scolded like, baby no, and then the owner is like, baby yes, and then does the thing they're told not to do. Yeah. I'm familiar with the format. Was the one you were redrawing with the cat? Yeah, fair. I will forever think of Vegeta no, Vegeta yes, whenever thinking of that meme format, because Team 4-Star was what I grew up with. I say grew up with, like, through my teens. Is that even true? Through my late teens? I think late teens works. Little Karibo was who I grew up with in my early teens. Yeah, see? There we go. The logic works out. In your opinion, grew up with can apply to anything you watch that's been that's influential to your development, even if it's just affecting your sense of humor. Yeah, well, that's kind of how I was trying to apply it, but I realized that maybe it implied that I'm a lot younger than maybe I am. No, but I agree. I agree with that application of it. Just trying to be careful. just looked at the background art. Do you see the similarities? It was totally on accident. Your sketch was intended as something else, then turned into a weird color experiment. Well, I stand by what I say. It's it has a Gravity Falls vibe to it. Take it or leave it. That's my response. Whenever you and your mum discuss potential job opportunities for her, you talk about what she wants to be when she grows up. That's amazing. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Did you keep dodging your question, so you presume it did not go well? The color test? Feel the sun. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? And then the song changes. The Candyman. Don't you feel that sometimes you should just run away? I don't remember that variation of the song. Singing it super wrong? I'm thinking of the wrong song then, presumably. About the color test, yes? No, I think it was fine. I think it's fine. I think it's like a certain aesthetic, but it works. As you saw for yourself, it's like a very similar vibe to some of the Cartoon Network shows that were out a few years ago. What time are we at? We're not an hour and a half in. Surely not. Almost 5 o'clock. Started at... No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was gonna say, like, my sense of timing is like completely thrown off with the frick you daylight savings just for today. Frick you. I looked at the time. I was like, wait, surely no. I just started super late. From this timestamp, let's have a look. Oh, right. From Sonic Racing. Supersonic Racing. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Don't you feel that sometimes you should? Yeah. I didn't grow up with Sonic Racing, but I'm familiar with the song. It is heavily memed upon. Then the main theme. Oh. Is Supersonic Racing not the main theme of Sonic Racing? Oh, as in the main theme plays after. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Cause everybody's supersonic racing. Supersonic Racing is the main theme. Feel the Sunshine is the secondary theme. Right. Okay, that's good enough for now. I should... no, before that. Let's do like one strong bright line towards the bottom there, just to make it clear that it goes lower. Yep, cool. Let's go back to the tavern, shall we? if I chuck the door there, it gives the kind of scale that I want. I think. And then we can have like little windows. What did we have previously? A couple of windows, a big, ooh, like the big, yeah, could do that. Could do that, like the big shutter style windows. Yeah, could definitely do something like that. When people live in their circle and dodecahedron houses, they'll make fun of the losers who lived in square houses. Yeah, I guess, but in the same way that like super trendy hairstyles kind of phase in and out of fashion. The key difference, though, I feel, is that with a square room, you can interlock them with other square rooms and you have maximum foot space. Whereas as soon as you've got circular and dodecahedron spaces... Actually, you know what? Hexagonal rooms could be the future. I can see that because, think about it. It's absolutely not true. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. But if you think about it, yeah, you can honeycomb it up, right? So you can have a room here. You can tack on another room here, and you've got maximum floor space. The only problem that I see with the hexagonal system, not bagging on you bees, but it does create some really awkward angles, right? So if you were to have a bed here, for example, all of a sudden there's just like dead space in that little corner that you can't really do anything with. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we need more wasted space, you know? I'm kind of being facetious here, but like, yeah. with a square room, you fit everything in and there's no space for nothing. A little chair there, like, absolutely everything is taken up. Whereas with a hexagonal room, you're forced to create these little gaps, you know? Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's preferable. Alt's message just made you think of Dyson houses. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. So, like, you've got your sun, you've got the Dyson sphere, and right there, that's Alt's house. Right on the edge of the Dyson sphere. Right here. Right in there, you know? Warm? Maybe. Energy efficient? Incredibly so. Live in the hexagon house, can have so many doors. True, you can. But yeah, no, with a 4-walled house, can only have 4 doors. It's not true, but we'll just pretend that that is true. You can only have 4 doors. Hexagon-shaped house, 6 doors. Bam. Bam. That's like 1.5 times the amount of doors. That's crazy. You want Einstein tile rooms in your house? What would an Einstein tile be? I know that he was responsible for a lot of theories, but I'm not sure what that tacks on to exactly. Furniture in hexagonal houses would be triangular or hexagonal. No, that is fair. That is fair. Like, I'm thinking of a hexagonal world through the lens of a scrub who lives in the square world. That's on me. Tile with Einstein's face. Heck yeah. Why aren't mazes hexagons? It'd make them so much harder. True. Yeah, no, there's an inherent familiarity with the square shape that doesn't exist with the hexagonal shape. That's fair. Shape that can create an infinite plane where the pattern never repeats. Oh, was that Einstein? Because I've seen there was a YouTube video that one of the big science channels that had a video about that recently. Well, I say recently, last few years. It's really recently, was it? Called an Einstein as in one stone? Yeah, okay. What's the name of that channel again? It's like Vermilion or something. I can't remember. Vitacity something. Can't tell if I'm really feeling really zonked because if you're feeling really zonked because of your sleeping pills you took last night or because you're about to get sick. Last night. The sleeping pills from last night? I don't know. What experience do you have with sleeping pills? Is this like because if it's relatively new for you, then they might be hitting you a little bit harder than what, how they usually should be. Finally, good grief, the internet is so slow. Oof. Sorry, bud. Velvet cake, it's called. Sleeping pills tend to... Velvet cake? For the infinite pattern or the YouTube channel or I'm confused. Sleeping pills tend to make you go to sleep. You use them on and off. It's like 31% of the time you use it. Right. Okay. Well, then if it's not like your first couple of times using it, then maybe you're just exhausted. Maybe you're just exhausted from other stuff as well, you know? Something's velvet cake? Yeah, okay, if you say so. Been a while since you visited. Welcome back, Jerry. How you going? How you going? We're working on an updated version of this illustration. So this is the illustration that I use for the start of stream as the starting soon screen. And we're coming up with a new version that encapsulates some of the new information that we have about where the tavern is situated. It's so cool. I know. It's really cool. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. Post it. Let's have a look. But yeah, how you been? How you doing? You're finished. Extra piece. The character of The Dummy by Demi O after a victim, but then of course someone comes in and yells at him, resulting in the meme. Is that angst? I can't quite tell. Agast? Agast, no. Agast, yes. Oh, perfect. No, you've nailed it. Was this the angle that you were talking about here? The awkward angle? Because well done for executing. It looks natural. You nailed it. Been practicing digital art, finished your first painting, and you're quite proud. August? Right. August. Been practicing digital art. Yeah, I'd love to see if you've got it on hand. Streamers like Mega Man 5 meets Jack 4. OMG leaked. Oh my goodness. Information spreading. Jack 4 was supposed to be on the hush hush for the longest time. God. Doesn't a Jack 4 already exist actually? What's the Discord again? If you type in !Discord into the chat, it'll pop right up. And even if you're a part of it already, it'll take you to it. And his name is August. Yep. No, I just struggle with reading comprehension. That's on me. The struggle is real. There you go. Hi, kitty. Hi. How you going? Shaboom. Okay, we've got a bit of structure. Now to add a wee bit of character. What did we have on top of the... That's right, we had the quill weather vane. That works. Jack 4 exists. No, it does. I keep forgetting because it's like you've got Jack and Daxter and the curse of the precursor orbs or whatever it's called. You've got Jack 2, Jack 3, and then a million years later they came out with Jack 4 on the PSP and PS2, and it was... I can't remember what the title was. It was definitely not Jack 4. Found footage of Mahali assessing submitted art. Let's...
They're crap. Crap. Mega crap. I'll give you $200 for all of them.
Could you imagine if I assessed everything like J. Jonah Jameson? That would be sick. I'd be interested in these paintings that you sent, but they're not of that damn Spider-Man. Get me pictures, Peter Parker. I need them. Going well. Your impulsivity won today, and now you're sitting with the consequences. You're gonna have to hit me with an explanation on that one. What happened? What did you do? Sent? Oh, let's have a look. Jack 4 no exists. No Jack 4. It's Daxter. It's side game, not Jack. No. There is a Jack and Daxter 4. No, there is. I swear. Oh, Cherry. This is sick. There I go, using the same words again. This is bioluminescent. No, I'm just describing it. It's very pretty. There we go. See, I have other words, I swear. That's amazing. That's awesome. Bioluminescent jellyfish found in the depths of the ocean. Ah, that's lovely. You've captured the like weird frilly fabricy feel of deep sea jellyfish wonderfully. Like, because of the depths of the reds and oranges that you've used, you've layered it really, really, really nicely. So you've got that soft feeling. No, that's awesome. That's really, really, really awesome. And you've nailed the glow as well. You've nailed the glow, because you've got the feeling that it glows on the outside for sure, but then because of the jelly bit of the jellyfish, it also kind of like internally glows like a little bit more. That's awesome. Awesome. And then you've got the inner glow of like where the it's so good. So good. That's sick. That's awesome. You should be chuffed. If you're not happy with that end result, what are you doing? And you're quite proud. Yeah, no, you should be. You should be. You did say that you're quite proud. Good. Nothing too crazy, and it's definitely temporary, but you gave yourself bangs after not having bangs for like 6 to 7 years, and you don't know if you like them. It's one of those things where you're changing how you look, right? So immediately you're going to be hit with this sense of uncanny valley, like something's not quite right. I sense something afoot. What is it? What is wrong? It's my bangs. You'll be hit with that kind of sensation to begin with. But then as you get used to it, that's like, don't think about it from now. Give it some time, get used to them, then consider if you like them or not. I wouldn't knee-jerk reaction on them. Jack 4 equals never finished. Gritty reboot PS4 game that never got out of development stuff. No, I swear there is. It came out on the PSP. It's not Daxter. Daxter was a different game. I'll look it up. Frick you, I'll look it up. Known as Mahali wears a coconut hat. Yeah, no, exactly. Jack 4 is me wearing a coconut hat. True, correct. So pretty, very immersive. Right? Didn't know what to paint and your friend suggested jellyfish. Glad you like it. Yeah, I'm glad that you painted jellyfish. Haven't heard of Daxter in so long, Jesus. It wasn't me, it was Alt, I swear. Jack and Daxter series wiki. Jack and Daxter, let's have a look. Here we go. Jack and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. That doesn't sound right. It should be the whatever. Jack and Daxter, the Precursor Orbs, whatever. Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack X Combat Racing, let's not include that one. Daxter, let's not include that one either. Jack and Daxter, The Lost Frontier. That's the fourth one. That came out in 2009. This one. Frick. I did the thing where I hovered over something and it popped up. Grab that image. Jack and Daxter 4, baby. It exists. I've seen footage of it. Didn't the last one get cancelled? Maybe. This one didn't get cancelled though. This one is a game that exists. Frontier Front End Lost was a side game made by different developers from the actual series. Yeah, but it was a continuation. Like it occurred after Jack 3, right? Canonically. It's not like a Daxter where it spun off from the series, you know? Not like a side story. Jack 4 got cancelled. It was called Jack 4. Really? I've never heard of there being an actual Jack 4. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense when you're saying that it's Jack 4 then. Apologies. A sequel game after Jack 3 exists. How's that? Is that better? What had you interested in trying out digital, Jerry? I love hearing origin stories. Don't mind me. Jack and Daxter 5 Battle of the Imposed Tariffs. I'm fighting through that game at the moment as well. I've had to gut my international shipping stuff and start over because of all those changes. Not better? Sorry. Spider-Man pictures need, please, rig number with picture. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, no, I'll smooth things over. I'll send over pictures of Spider-Man in all the poses that you like. And we'll consider it water under the bridge, okay? You hate colouring in traditional? Right, got tired of traditional. Plus it was easier for you in a way with the colouring. Right, okay. That's fair enough. Is it a case of you'll still do stuff in traditional and then port it over and then do colouring? Because you can do that. You could do line work in traditional and then scan it in. That's always a method. Or is the intention to move like completely to digital? You do that sometimes? Yeah, good to hear. Not sure what's happening. Feel like you're going to pass out. You zonked. Passed out, it zonked past no more. Ooh, no, if you're feeling that, zonked, you're not at work at the moment or anything, are you? Can you just rest? You need to mix the sleep tablets with alcohol? Absolutely not. Doodles are fun, especially in a boring class. Not work? Okay. Then yeah, go for a nap. If you're worried about it messing with your sleep, go for like a 1 hour nap. Set like 50 alarms for an hour's time. And go for an hour nap. You can be even tighter with it. You can go for like a 15-minute or half-hour nap. That can leave you quite refreshed without you having entered deep sleep. You drive highway, vroom right now, 300 o'clock. No, don't do it. Sing a lullaby, very refreshing. Go to sleep, little alt. Absolutely not. Good evening, Future Proof. Oh, what a snazzy VIP badge you have next to your name. Hey. Hey, go, bud. Just watched an upload of the entirety of Sonic 3 on Twitter because you were bored, and it's actually kind of fire. No, Gav, no. I'm so upset. It's so popular, but I hate it. No, that's fair enough. You are allowed to have your own opinion on it. I forgive you. Doesn't make me hate the movie any less, though. Eating? Yeah, no stress, no stress. A bit of a story about Jack 4. The team that made The Last of Us back in 2013, Naughty Dog, yeah, was originally assigned to make Jack 4. The original team behind the first 3 games, yeah. Which would sort of be a continuation, sort of reboot of the Jak and Daxter series that would tell the story about how spoilers went back to spoilers, Haven City spoilers. The team asked leadership if they could make a different kind of game instead, as they felt they'd be betraying the Jak and Daxter franchise and made The Last of Us instead. Yeah, cool. Naughty Dog, yeah, was responsible for the first 3 games, and then they made The Last of Us, so that makes sense. That's a whole book. It's a complicated history. Jak 4 has Jack as a character. Spoilers, dude. Oh my goodness. Look at this little diamond. I know. Incredibly dashing. Be careful with that. You'll blind me. The glints. You don't really even really like Sonic. You don't know why it hit. Don't get you wrong. It's stupid as all heck. Yeah, maybe it's a sensibility thing. Maybe it's just like you found it silly, but you still enjoyed it, whereas I found it silly and didn't enjoy it, kind of thing. Stream layout is giving D&D vibes, to be honest. Well, I've freaking nailed it then. I do love myself a little bit at D&D. Alt, if you need to snooze, go snooze, please. If you're at home and not on the road. If you're on the road, do not snooze. Why did I don't want to pin that. Prick. Unpin. No. Unpin. There we go. Brick. I just want to read a message without a pop-up thing getting in the way. Had a bit of a revelation tonight that you think that I'll empathize with. Approaching freelancing, how you have for as long as you have, hasn't been working because you've been trying to do the neurotypical hustle approach when it obviously isn't working. You've shifted and have so many ideas about automated things and passive incomes because you really feel like this way is the key. Love a good moment of clarity. Yeah. Yep. It's obviously it's a case of finding what works for you. And not everybody's approach will work for everybody else, right? So, like for example, I don't think my method would work for many people. Mostly because it's not the most lucrative thing in the world. So pros and cons. How am I doing? Yeah, good. A little wrecked after last weekend, and then I've got a big crescendo coming up next weekend with PAX. But I can't complain. Honestly, can't complain. Well. If it isn't Digi. How you going, bud? Can't just go snooze. You have sleeping pills for a reason. Room. It sounds like you're ready to zonk. Will you venture forth from the pit? With a 14, I reckon you do with confidence, yeah. A cup for sipping water with a straw? Oh, of course. Help yourself to the straws. I'll slide the cup over. Cheers. No, nothing quite beats refreshing water. Mahali's devs chatter for money after all gets stolen by Big Raccoon. You're just saying words at this point. Alt. I'm struggling to make sense of it all. How's the world building going? Yeah, good. Trying to figure out how I want to go about housing it all, because it's all well and good to come up with concepts, but then if you've got nowhere to keep up to date with them, then you lose a lot of people. So beta testing a bunch of different methods on the Discord at the moment, and I feel like it's going pretty well. I haven't had time to check it out on PC. I've just been doing it all on the phone while I've been away this last weekend. But when I get a little pocket of time, a little spot of time, in the next couple of days, I'll go through and give it a peruse. Like the Pit King of old, you climb from the depths. Well done. Well done. Emerge victorious. The mighty climb. The Batman movie where he climbs out of the pit. You're missing the D20 part. Alt. I reckon we want to Windows up here. Probably do the trick. D20 part 20. There you go, boom. See? Works like a charm. The child of Gummins made the climb. Yeah, the child of Gummins made the climb. I think it's Gubbins, actually, with 2 B's. But you didn't hear that from me. Gubbins, yeah. Really cool to hear that you've found something that works for you, by the way, Cherry. I had a similar revelation. Not quite the same thing, but similar enough to where I can speak to it. Where I thought that art just wasn't for me because I hated line work. It was the opposite for me. I love playing with color, hate line work. As you can probably see with me, like struggling with the Tavern. Hated line work. But then it dawned on me that I can totally create visuals by just blocking things in the way that I have with like the grays in this draft so far. And as soon as that hit me, like, oh no, I don't have to draw, I can create. Something clicked and it's like, oh my god, I have access to this whole new world. So it sounds similar where in traditional you were struggling with paint. It's like, I hate painting, like I hate color, I hate like playing with color with like traditional medium, but then you found something that worked. I'm really happy for you, really happy to hear that you found something that works. Sam, a ghost, worked in an auto body shop before you were killed off. Other than welding goggles, what do you reckon you'd have on Ghost You to tip people off of your past profession? Maybe a blowtorch? An apron? An apron would work. Like big like mechanic gloves could also work. An apron? Yeah, yep. How are you, Gav, by the way? Sorry, I forgot to ask. How are you doing? How's your weekend? Apron equals cash. No, not like a chef apron. Work on some logo stuff for a fella. Yep, makes sense. Not a chef apron, but like one of those like either leather aprons or like acrylic aprons that you tend to use in a car shop. But of course, future proof, you're all good. A gun. Stop in the name of cars. Turning out so cool. Mind if you voice an idea? Yeah, by all means. A can of beer? Hell yeah. Good weekend. Made some cash money. Nice. Happy to hear it. You know what they say. Cash money is the cash money of the soul. Classic saying. Pit Gundy's up, not rendering much, but Quest. Nice. Let's have a look. Dust will be pleased. Dust will be incredibly pleased. That's sick. That's awesome. It's so good. That's so good. I love that so much. Make sure to post it in Quest Hand In, by the way. Sorry, Ghoulie. Sorry, I know it's confusing. There are two. Chuck it into Quest Hand In. So Quest Logs is where the where you can find your quest when you want to double check what it says. Quest Hand In is where the images are. A flock of birds above the waterfall. Honest opinion would fill the space a little bit. Otherwise, really digging the comp. Ooh, yeah. It'd give a good sense of scale as well. Good sense of scale would set it in motion a little bit. I am intending to put in fireflies around the place. So potentially that could scratch the itch if I were to put... if I were to chuck like little fireflies above the water in that location. A little bit difficult to see on the preview. We determined that they were called candle bugs last time. And they're little like fuzzy pollen things that have a tendency to stick to surfaces. So I'll have to occasionally run out of the tavern with a broom and like bash them off the side of the building because they stick to everything. You want to make another one with more detail and shading? Wow, the time will come. The time will definitely come. The next time a quest comes up, or if you want to redo the quest again and just give it another crack, you can absolutely do that too. Concept art of Jack 4 was released by Naughty Dog in 2014. In the art of Naughty Dog that shows it would have had a much more realistic style. Of course, always the realism. Why? I like the stylized version of Jak and Daxter that we have. A gun that shoots small cars out of it, which will then turn into full-size cars mid-flight. Ooh, like capsules from Dragon Ball Z. Okay, maybe not quite the same thing. Maybe not quite the same thing. You have no words. I'm glad that I have that effect on people. Just captivating, breathtaking. Word stealing, I guess. You'll fix it. Yeah, no stress. All good. Looks like your mum. Your mum is pit cutting. Oh my god. But yeah, something like that could absolutely work. But also, something to keep in mind is that candle bugs are quite small. So maybe not candle bugs above the waterfall. Maybe, as you've said, birds or something. We could give that a go. Like something like that. Yeah. I'll have them in as a placeholder at the very least. So if I come up with something else, I'll at least be able to capture that energy with whatever I do put in. But no, as you've said, like a little bit of movement, a little bit of like scalability. Like, oh, okay, that's really far away. And those waterfalls are big because look how tiny those birds are. Like teeny tiny. The Thief of Words. Absolutely. It's in my profession name, yeah. You need to make new stream toys soon. Want to make a new redeem? Ooh. I won't be able to help out with that for the next couple of weeks just because of how logged I'll be. But after that, I'm a free bird. I'll be able to do what I want. Rocks that are levitating to the tavern, those are what drop people into the pit when you step on them. No. So I haven't done this properly yet. The rocks here should look like this, where they're all laced together with tree roots. It's this section down here, underneath the tavern. Think if you've seen Game of Thrones, the moon door in the Eyrie, where they just kind of like open it up to nothing. The idea is that the pit exists like down here. Underneath. Into the pit. Into the pit. Into the pit. Mine's merging. Exactly what you were thinking. Yeah, perfect. Perfection. Wasn't sure what had been decided. For sure, like all of these things are still, in the same way that these rocks aren't quite tied down yet. So I fully understand the confusion. You're good. How everyone's race is to redeem first place. You want to make something fun. Mm-hmm. No, agreed. I enjoy the race the race for the first, second, third flags. I like that a lot. I think I gave out too many art quests to begin with, so everybody's kind of either working on quests that they've already got or a little bit burnt out on it. Understandably so, because I was spamming them. I think given a little bit of time and pacing them out a little bit better, the system will similarly go over quite well. Comparison may be a thief of joy. But I am the thief of words, sneered the bearded man as he dove from the rafters. He's after the words. Somebody stop that man. But yes, in terms of the floating rocks, yes. In terms of the art quest system, I think it would be better, one, to automate it in the way that I've got in my mind, and two, to limit it to like 2 per stream max. No matter how popular they are, no matter how much people are wanting more art quests, I think limiting it to 2 per stream max will prevent it from feeling overdone. Why is he covered in vowels? Stolen. The art thief. The word thief strikes again. He's gotten away with murder. No, worse. He's gotten away with the word subjectivity. Frick. It's my favourite word. Oh, by the way, the little goblin was incredibly upset at me. When I arrived back home last night, I received a telling off for a good, I want to say 45 minutes of her just going around bleating at my ankles. It was very cute. It was very, very, very cute. Concept for the word thief. A guy whose whole costume is loose bits of writing wrapped like scale mail. Ooh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. If the pen is mightier than the sword, then I must have armor that best fits the occasion. You're so glad that you have 2 days off after this shift. Just finished monthly maintenance on your main chemistry instrument. You've never had to replace so many complex parts, and do so many tedious tasks. You're going to sleep in and no one can stop you. Unlimited power. No, that's awesome. No, that's awesome. A rest that's due, I feel, as well. Glad that you've got time off afterwards. The worst thing is when you undertake a task that's incredibly complex like that, and then you're just cactus for the next week. And then it has a knock-on effect as well, where not only are you exhausted from that, but you're exhausted from being exhausted, and your productivity just falls off a cliff. Clothing, which is consonants. What a banger of a quote. Word thief, the reason why Mahali can't respond to compliments. Correct, yeah. Yep. Oft times my words are taken from me, and it is incredibly rude when it happens. Logical we're streaming, because maintenance would have been a slog. Yeah, no. I can imagine. It got a little bit like that with the... I can't believe I'm equating these two things, forgive me. It got a little bit like that with the Lego globe that I was assembling. Like, it got to the point where it was complicated, had to wrap my head around it, but then after I'd gotten through the complications of it, it was just incredibly repetitive. So the thought of doing that kind of complex plus repetitive without any sort of, I don't know, outside entertainment, I think I'd be driven mad. again, sorry for conflating the two things. Not alike whatsoever, but I can kind of see what you mean. If the pain is mightier than the sword, then I must have armor that fits the occasion. Somebody write that. Do you want to? Yeah, let me screen cap it. It did the thing again where I hovered over chat for a second. That came up with stuff that blocks the text. Let me grab that and I'll chuck it into world building. There you go. Saved. Get where I was going with it? Oh, good. Okay, I need more rocks by the looks of things. 1, more rocks I need. 2, I need like a little bit more structure to the bridge. Because it's a little bit too flim-flam. A little bit too flimsy. Pen is mightier than the sword, but the typewriter bends them both. The word thief stands no chance against you. Oh my good. Oh. Dust, words, bane. No way Brink has typewriters. No, I don't think if Brink has typewriters, it would be like an incredibly specialized piece of equipment that only exists in like one nation somewhere. So you're saying there's a chance? Yes, exactly. I am. That's exactly what I'm saying. It has the potential. Honestly, not against the more realistic style. The thing is, it would look realistic, but it would still have fantastical creatures and scenery. Love the cartoony aesthetic of the series, but you also think there's a lack of games with creative characters and scenery designs and realistic graphics. Very disappointing to you that the modern graphics capabilities are only being used to imitate reality instead of actually doing something creative with it. Yeah, I can see that. I suppose the thing that I groan about isn't the creative graphics in the realistic graphics in and of themselves. It's more the fact that it's a trend. The fact that it's a trend for games to be like Kingdom Hearts is starting to do that with Kingdom Hearts 4, sort of moving more towards realism. With that, it's a little bit different because it's kind of like an allegory for like growing up. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I can kind of see what they're doing with it creatively or whatever. But that tended to be the case. Final Fantasy, again, like, let's make it as realistic as possible. Let's have them in a car. I don't know. Final Fantasy 15 was weird. It feels like all of the games are trying to like skew towards more realism, which I don't know, it's just kind of exhausting. So even if it is doing something unique with the concept, I don't know, I still find it a little bit tiring. I feel like there's so much unexplored creative space that the need for everybody to go in the direction of realism is a bit disappointing. But as you say, that's just me being cynical. There is plenty of room in the realism genre for new discoveries, and I think that's fine. I don't think I'd actually have an issue with whatever they'd end up with. It's more the premise of like, we need to go realism. Okay, so we've got more rocks. I think that's fine. Now I need to go through and actually light it a little bit. Printing press exists in Brink. I don't like the idea of the printing press existing. Because I feel like that gets rid of written word pretty quickly, which I like the aesthetic of. Welcome back. Did you catch my comment about the printing press? Whoop. A costly and rare form of a magical writing replication. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think as soon as it becomes commonplace, I think that's where you run into more problems, where you start losing the art of calligraphy, which has kind of happened here. It would be a darn shame to lose it in Brink as well. Just saw an ad promoting Mahali coin. I don't know what that is, but it seems valuable as all heck. Better get on that quick. Awful. Absolutely awful. Just need something like those monasteries where there are people that just dedicate most of their lives to copying the Bible and manuscript works word for word. Yeah, exactly. It's so I don't know. It's so grim dark. It's not actually dark. Like, it's not like they're suffering, but just the sheer amount of like dedicated person power to just like doing these menial tasks. I don't know what it is about it, but it makes it feel more weighty. You know, like words mean more if it's like. We've got a monastery out back where we've got 300 monks all copying the dictionary. I don't know. It makes the dictionary just way more important, you know. Love calligraphy so much. Yeah, for sure. It'd be hella expensive to get anything replicated. Yeah, absolutely. It's why you'd have these nobles with these grand libraries. They wouldn't read. God, no. They wouldn't read. Are you crazy? But they would have large libraries smack bang in the middle of their mansions. Like, oh, look at how many books I own. You impressed? You impressed with all my books? Yes. Yes, Reginald. We are incredibly impressed by all your books. Used your 7 Mahali coin to buy shares in the tavern. You own 4 chairs and half a table. Could you imagine? I saved up a month's savings and I now own half a tankard. Well done. Well done. If only I could draw. then maybe I could art a circle is so tough. The only thing that's real or something, I don't know. Guide my hand, Johnny Cash. There we go. Want to see the two sketches you're handing? Yeah, yes, please. Love the little snails that monks would draw on old manuscripts. The way they throw shade on other countries. Or something. fit a little insult in one of the margins. 100%. Have to head off now. Thanks for inspiring you to draw. Oh, no, thank you. Thank you for drawing. Rest of stream. Thank you. Thank you, Potato. Have a good one, bud. Rest up. DM'd? Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, that's so cute. That's really cute. I like that a lot. I reckon number one. I reckon number one is like the winner, but it's entirely on the client. Yeah. No, that's sick. That's really awesome. Are you okay with me showing them on stream? If it's a commission thing? It's nice as a break from the man's man industry norms. Mm-hmm. Just crop the client name. Let's have a look. Yes, okay, easy done. Just to avoid me like clicking on the web link and it like opening up on my main stream, let's just do this. Let's copy and paste the cropped out version into the... I'll remove it from my reference sheet in a second. This is so sick. The little car mechanic ghost. Ah, it's so good. It's cute. Cute is the word that I came up with, and I'll stick with that. Very, very, very cute. As I said, my money's on one, but it'll be up to them at the end of the day. Really, really, really fun. I like it a lot. Love working in this rubber hose animation stuff for sure. Yeah, the old Steamboat Willie style. Yeah, yep. That means that they'll pick two. Oh, 100% of the time. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. As soon as you provide the client with like good option, bad option, they'll pick bad option 9 times out of 10. And you'll sit there scratching your head for like half an hour afterwards. Like, but why? Just is what it is. Is what it is. I don't want to be the person to be like, your taste is wrong. Your opinion is incorrect. Let's go eclectic, shall we? For the design of the tavern. Let's have windows of all sorts of different shapes and sizes, I think. Get rid of this center beam. It was just to mark the center of that section of wall anyway. Yeah, exactly. Every time. Tavern goes electric. It's hectic bars. Check out this magic trick. Or that line rhymes with electric, kind of. Kind of, not really. Just gaslight the client. What do you mean they're all the same? They're obviously all very different. Yeah. Yep. That's okay. It's understandable that one's eye, when not not aligned with the artistic chakras of the planetary constellation, that just throw out terms. Just use terms. No, let's not go with the asymmetric window design. If anything, something like this would go pretty... Yeah, something like that would go pretty decently. We need chimneys. We need chimneys. Chimney here. Does the tavern have free Wi-Fi for all guests? Yes, but it's awful. Yes, but it's absolutely awful. It's constantly cutting out. It's incredibly slow. You're basically going, why are you offering this service if it's so crap? Why do you do this? You're thoroughly confused about my Etsy store. Yeah, I've had to pull everything because international shipping just isn't up at the moment, because I have to set up a new PO box. I have to provide a whole bunch of personal ID stuff to the Australian Post Office to be able to set up shipping to the US. I've pulled everything down for now before I get that in order. I'll get everything lined up and then I'll put it back up again. Dozing off, listening to this right now. So you're going to head to bed properly. Have a nice rest of stream. Thanks, Dust. Sleep well, bud. May Pit Gundy visit you in your dreams and, I don't know, tell you inspirational things. Might be very ambitious, but it would be incredible if I had this as my starting screen set at night with just simple animations like little bird silhouettes flying or leaves falling for the... Yeah, so that would be the idea, is I'm going to be doing all of the birds flying, the candle bugs, these little guys. They'll be all on separate layers as well. So I'll be able to go through in Clip Studio Paint and animate everything. The way that I've done it as well shouldn't be too hard, given that it's not a down angle onto the water anymore. I'd be seeing the little waterfalls from front on. A lot easier to animate that way. 100%. That would be the goal. I'll start with just putting it up as a still image, but I'll work on animating it in the background. Yeah. No, excellent recommendation though. Thank you. Not at night, I will say, just because I know that this one is twilight, but I do want it to be during the day with the sinkhole sky windows to have light pouring through. But it would still be quite dark, because it's limited light. There's nothing. There are no sky windows in the foreground, right? So you're not illuminating all of this space. So you'll still have that soft light coming through. A sign on the wall of the tavern that says the Wi-Fi is crap. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right underneath the sign that says bring candle bugs in at your own peril. Totally makes sense. Forgot about those pesky things. Obviously, no, you're good. You're all good. Only suggesting nighttime for the tavern lights to turn on when the stream is about to start. Ooh. Oh, that'd be sick. Trees then, when the timer runs out and the streams start, have the tavern's lights turn on. I didn't read that part. That's sick. That's so... I need to write that down somewhere. Notes, to-do list. Animate starting screen dash tavern lights turn on when timer stops. That's so cool. That's so cool. Yes, 100% that. Right. No. It exists. It exists. I've rooted it in reality. No longer will it be a vapory, incorporeal visitor from beyond. Wi-Fi weapons in fancy irons. Yeah. What would a Wi-Fi anagram be? I do like the idea of the tavern having like McDonald's McDonald's level mystical Wi-Fi. That's fun. What windows could we still have? Something like this. Can't exactly be like that because of structural beams, but it gets the point across. Wait, we jumped from 2 hours to 3 hours in like 5 minutes. That's not how time's supposed to work. Excuse me. Move that in. Nope. Move this in. Zip. Zip. Yeah, that works. That's fine. I can fix it all with rendering. That's my usual go-to. If it looks rough, that's fine. Notice how everything looks pretty decent until you get to the line work bit. My Achilles heel. Call it a rebalancing for stealing my brain goop for those ghost sketches. Yeah, there you go. Boom. The trade has been struck. Dressing up for Halloween stream this year. I did a face painting stream last year, which went pretty decently. I do need to invest in some contact lenses though, because that was rough without glasses. That was incredibly rough without glasses. I'm not sure if I'll do a face painting stream again, just because I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the feeling of paint on my face. But could definitely do something akin to it. I've got costume elements. I could dress up. I could go. I could wear my Shedinja costume that I'm putting together for PAX. Yeah, no, I could totally do that. Full chaos mode. Keep the glasses on. Just paint my face as if they weren't there. Yeah. No, that's kind of what happened. It was my rendition of face paint if I can't see. We ended up with some very interesting results. So if you dug back far enough, approximately to the end of October last year, you'll be able to find photos of what I looked like with paint on my face. Face paint is so annoying. Don't know how people do makeup. Oh, no, for sure. Anybody who does makeup, absolute hero. In my book, at least. I'm relatively happy with the shape of the tavern. Further details can be sorted out when I'm in the rendering phase. But I feel like I've boxed in its shape, where it's going to sit, and the vibe that it's going to have. If anything, I should jump into this layer here and chuck a couple of trees behind it. Correction, bump that down to 0. How's the Shedinja costume coming along? A little bit rough. I'll need to do quite a bit of work on it tomorrow specifically. The last update that I had posted in the Discord is what it looks like now. Like I've formed the shape. I'll need to attach the eyes, apply primer, and paint the mask. I've set aside a bunch of time tomorrow to do that, and then I've got some backup time on Thursday just in case I need time then as well. Turns out doing something I've never done before, tough. It's difficult. It's easy if you use the Simpsons makeup gun. Yeah, exactly. Boom. Oh, could you imagine? Just go go paintballing without face protection. Done. Sorted. Got to check this month's art prompt. Not letting go of the diamond chest yet. Don't even know its name yet. Well, the details for the art prompt are in the Discord now. That goes for everyone, by the way. If you are interested in having a little diamond next to your name for this month, for this next month, go look in the monthly art fair section to find out what the prompt is. Doing things I've never done before difficult. Say it ain't so. I know. I legitimately, like, all jokes aside, I do legitimately get upset with myself whenever I don't perform in things that I've never done before as well. It's stupid. I'm a dummy. Glow. Grab this. Zip, 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 zip. There we go. That pops forward. And then I'd shade the back there to kind of push it back behind the trees a little bit. Yeah. No, I'm happy with that shape. Happy with that shape. Brilliant theme. Thank you. Stop. No, thank you. Stop. No, the applause is unnecessary. Need the device from Fifth Element to make up. Ooh. What was the device from Fifth Element? It's been too long. Was it the device that like where like she's first been summoned and then she enters like that glass chamber thing and then she just kind of gets done up? Is it that device or is there a different device in Fifth Element? I can't remember. Does Pit Gandhi account for Pit Toby? Yeah, no, if you want to submit Pit Gandhi for Pit Toby, you absolutely can. Especially if you're wanting to do like a new version of him as well. Like that can absolutely count, yeah. Time has come for you to sleep. Hope rest of the stream goes smoothly. Art is cool, but that's it. Thank you, Gav. Sleep well, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Rest up. There's a makeup applying thing. No, I don't remember a makeup applying thing. This was like, oh god, almost 20 years ago that I watched Fifth Element. So forgive me if my memory's a bit fuzzy. It's like little goggles. She puts them on her eyes and it pulls makeup on her face. That's fun. That's incredibly fun. Ah, my eyes. Okay. Now I have to start adding in details. Break. Source, you watched it a few days ago. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Kind of like VR goggles. Right. Yeah, no, that I do not remember that. I remember Chris Rock. That's about it. Oh, no, I also remember what's his name? Villain from Leon the Professional. Oh, why can't I? Gary Oldman. I remember Gary Oldman from Fifth Element. It gives like an incredibly outgoing performance. Immediately know what you're doing. Yes! Excellent, you've been struck. Almost forgot. Decided on your mark for the tavern. have a D&D character that you would think would look nice. Oh, yeah, send it through. Shoot me through either a description or any sort of visual that you have or would like to base it on. And I'll put together a mark for you, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for remembering. Okay, let's go a little bit darker. Layer 4 details. Send through before retiring. Thank you. I'll give it a look. Just a heads up, I will need to wrap up stream pretty soon. I know it's early. I know it's not the full 4 hours, but I need to get to a shop before it closes this evening, and unfortunately this particular shop closes quite early. So I will need to bid everybody adieu pretty soon. I'm glad I streamed though, even though it was hectic today. I'm glad I streamed. It's a good feeling getting back into the swing of things. Hope everybody's enjoyed themselves. Not to sound like a broken record. Couple of shelf mushrooms in here, and then we want some up the top here that you can only see the underside of to really sell that feeling of perspective. We don't want it to be the same number as those, because as soon as you have like matchy same pairing type ups, all of a sudden it starts feeling weird. Haven't enjoyed yourself, and for that you're not entitled to some sort of financial compensation. Expect your Mahali coin in the mail within the next 48 hours or 5 business days. Or sometime next month. If you say no, offer like I like how both of you immediately right off the rip. Incredible. Little mushrooms. No, all good. Sorry, I didn't say, I didn't mention it as like a, I didn't mention it as like a struggle. I meant more, yeah, thank you, sorry. I appreciate it. Have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Yeah. Can't say gee Wentworth. 877 cash now. I had forgotten the JG Wentworth ads. I don't know how, but I managed to somehow. Already cackling. Good sign. Yeah. Bunch of jokers, the lot of them. Get 2 free Mahali coin. 2? It's a bit steep, isn't it? 1.5 at most. I think this tree ought to be a little bigger, maybe? I like the fact that you can see a little pocket of window behind there. Maybe the trees in the background are a little... Well, that one, the founder's tree can stay large. Maybe we trim this one a wee bit. That commercial lives rent-free in your brain as well as the Starburst berry. I get berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. I literally quoted that this weekend, actually, for real. I remember when as well. It was, what, Saturday night? Yeah, no, I absolutely did. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. I have to say it, yeah. One-eighth of a tavern table. You are familiar with your tavern numbers, good sir. Happy to see it. Operatic commercial was so damn catchy. Or remember it 20 years later. It's tough. No, it's tough. As soon as the worm is buried in your brain, there's nothing you can do about it. One it's sung at your funeral. 877 dead now. Yeah, exactly. Welcome back. Sorry, I forgot to snooze ads. That's my bad. I'll be going for a little bit longer, but I should have. Give you a string of 9 numbers. Or okay, all right. No, I can do that. I'll give you 9 numbers right now. You ready? First number 9. Okay, that's the first one. Second number 9. Third number. What's a third number? What's a third different number? Oh, I know. 9. And then I've learned this trick. When working on digital art, you can actually do this. You can grab the lasso tool, and you can wrap around something. There you go. That's 6 numbers right there. Easy trick. And then, to make it easy on you, there you go. Boom. Boom. Simple. Easy peasy. Lickety split. Lemon squeezy. Take them on straight to the bank. There are 9 numbers. Stupid. If you want 9 numbers, I offer up the number 9 as the first one. Call now to get 30% off your next kid's funeral costs. Oh, hell yeah. Is there like a promo code that goes with it? If you say /Mahali or something, I will get upset. Promo code Mahali, get 30% off. Mine has been put through the oublet. That was 5 ads. Oh, sorry, but mush. I've made my bet. I have. No, I absolutely have. 999999999 is my secret key card combination. There you go. It doth been granted. You just learn the word oubliette. It's a fun one. No, it's definitely a fun one to throw out at parties. Yeah, 100%. I think similarly to how the candle bug appears in the first image, I think a lovely homage would be warranted. I just like the idea of it being close. That way, you'll be able to tell what it is with like the fuzzy frilly bits, and then we can have further ones in the background that you can put two and two together. Right? You're like, oh, so this is what it looks like up close. Okay, well, that's what those ones look like over there. What does everyone already know this word? It's no fun. Oh, no, it's a specific word. It's an incredibly specific. I might know it, but not everybody necessarily knows it. Saying that many nines makes me sound like an angry 99999. Yeah, exactly. Hey, can you come up with some numbers for me? 9. Thank you. That's a good one. Another one, please. Can I have another number, please? 9. Well, okay. Not too creative, but I'll take the second 9. Third number, off the top of your head. Give me a number. 9. Okay. Well, I got the third 9. It is. Back and forth. At the end of it, we've come up with 9 nines. Okay. Yeah. No. It'll do. Unexpected. It'll be an unexpected key combination. They will never expect the 9 nines. Sketch done. And you're drawing. Ah, nice. Off to the races. Oubliette. Everyone who already knows. Step over there. Okay. I'm Spartacus. Oh, really? It's the tree layer? Why is this the tree? It just happens. It just happens. Paste it in there, rename it details. There we go. Just made you cackle like an absolute idiot. Well, then I've done my job. Proudly so. Is that the See, there you go. See, I told you, did you? Not everyone necessarily knows what the word oubliette is. You have takers. Okay, details. So in theory, on this layer, I can... I can do a little helix fossil in the side of the wall here. I can do another like little one here as well. Then we could do like a crab fossil or something up the top. I do want to add mosslings. To this piece as well, but I have to be careful not to overcrowd. Maybe it's just like a secret little Easter egg somewhere. Maybe, perhaps. It's a torture chamber, a dungeon. I mean, it could be an omelette. Could be a French omelette. What's more torturous than a French omelette? I can't think of many things. If we're speaking Easter eggs, maybe there's like a section of cliff here that's secretly a mossling. Could maybe do that. A little ominous, maybe not that on the nose, but something akin to that. Maybe you could have like a couple of sections of rock here that are occupied. Maybe not glowing eyes. Maybe that's a little bit too on the nose. Stands out too much. Maybe instead like little sections. And then could potentially add like a wee bit of glow to the... I don't know. Something like... I'll have that penciled in as an option. This probably has to be a little bit bigger just so it's not sitting on that awkward intersection between different shapes. Something like that could work. And then now that that's been established, we can have candle bugs kind of all over the place here. Putting dots of light in shadow areas is your thing. Patent pending. No. Apologies. That's my B. If it looks better, I will be. I will be putting light bits and shadow bits. Apologies. You're notoriously litigious. Infamously so, yeah. I'm being litigated upon by Digi again. It's like the third time this week. Okay, maybe not up there. You'd be too far away. Up here, potentially. I'll come up with exactly how I want it to be populated, but something like this, where you've got little particle bits in the form of the candle bugs, kind of pitter patter sprinkled around the scene, gives it like a little bit of depth. I like to think that we've extended the space out a little bit more by lightening this area here, darkening these bits here, kind of pushing the extremes of the space. But when it comes time to... No, I mean, even that pillar there needs to be fixed up a little bit. But I've run out of time. I can mess with it next stream. No, I can't. It's world building tomorrow. I can mess with it on Thursday. Better lawyer up, buddy. Yeah, no, my days are numbered. My days are truly, surely numbered. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thank you for putting up with me in my like semi-delirious state. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. For those that were drawing along, hope your pieces went well. Those who were just vibing, hope you had a good time. Have an excellent rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch you later. Bye, everybody. Bye.